So I've hit an awful tee shot here, and you would have seen me mess around with one into the deep, thick rough. So today's really about how we can get the ball out of the deep rough by changing our technique and also the course management side of that to ensure we take the necessary risks or don't take the necessary risks depending on the play. So we're going to talk you through both those things right now. So the first thing we do is assess the lie. What can we do from the lie? What club can we get the lie? And then we look at the yardage and the hole we have in front of us. So this is a par 5. So essentially what I'd look at is if I can get on the green in 3, obviously this being my tee shot, then the club I would hit, I would look at the risk factor of that. So if, for example, if I hit an 8-iron to this ball, would that mean I can get on the green in 3, which obviously brings a birdie and par into play? If not, then I would take maybe a wedge or something like that and make sure I can't get on the green, or if I can get on the green in 3 with a wedge, that would definitely be the safe play. So if there's an extra risk to take, it's to do that, it's to get on the green in one less shot. So I can get on the green after hitting a wedge from here, so I can hit the wedge far enough to give me a shot into the green. And the lie is, it's not the worst in the world, but it's also got a lot of thick, long grass behind the ball, which is the essential thing. Now what we're going to try and do is have a golf action that basically takes out of play that long grass behind the ball by creating a steeper or a sharper edge to our golf swing, making sure then we don't need as much power to hit through that long grass. So how we do that? We're going to move the ball back into the stance, and we're going to put more pressure onto the lead foot. I'm going to get probably up to about 70% of my pressure on this lead side. The ball being back in the stance means I hit it earlier in my arc, and it creates a steeper angle of attack, which means, again, there's less grass interfering with the ball. These things as well, in theory, will make the ball go further, but I know I'm going to lose a lot of speed with the grass that's there in order to get the club on ball. So I'm going to lose club head speed, but hopefully create a little bit more de-lofting of the club to create the ball to go a bit further. Technically, I'm also going to try and feel that I cock my wrists or get more radial deviation in the wrists in the backswing, again just to create a narrower swing and a more sharper downward angle of attack. That's going to be part of what I do technically. The last thing I do technically is going to be open the face, because the long grass will grab the hosel and turn it over and make the ball come out low and left. We want to make sure we're adjusting for that before we play. I'm probably going to aim a little bit more right as well. Okay, so the process, we're going to move the ball back in the stance. I'm taking the very lofty club. I'm going to have a practice swing alongside the ball, feeling I set these wrists, getting used to how this grass is going to play, how reactive the grass is to the club, how resistant it is. Then I'm going to take my stance by lining up to the right-hand side. And I'm going to feel, as I said to you, I'm going to point the club head even further right to basically allow for that twisting of the hosel through the thick rough. And I'm going to really try and hit it hard. Is also the other thing that's going through my head. And I'm possibly going to grip it a little tighter as well, so the club doesn't basically resist as much or reduce the resisting and twisting through that impact area. Those are the key things I'm going to be doing when I go and play the shot. So the ball back in the stance. I'm not looking for a hugely wide stance. Pressure on the front foot. Feel earlier wrist cock. Waggle that just to feel it. I hit it hard and hit down it and really try and take the ball first as near as I can and get the ball out. Key is, if you're in the rough, make the right decision. Take a risk if it means you can get on the green in regulation. If you can't, lay up. Take your punishment, play to the right side of the fairway to allow you to have the best route into the flag or to the green to give yourself that opportunity. Adjust your technique to give you the best opportunity of making good contact with the ball, and then commit to the shot. Don't fiddle around too much, commit and hit. Make these adjustments and it'll make you a better player out of the rough for sure. If you've enjoyed today's video, please click like and share the video. Also, please post any comments or questions down below. I really welcome that feedback. Also, if you haven't followed me or subscribed, please hit my logo down in the bottom corner. Join me on my journey and let me help you improve your golf. Lastly, thank you for joining me today at the Forest of Arden. Hope to see you back here real soon.